Hey collective, let's get your messages for the day. This is intended for the next 24 hours. This is March 2022. So this is collective energy, general collective energy situation. Please God, clear, concise messages. Thank you, amen. 1 is 3. 1. All right, let's get the situation. Collective situation. What is going on, collective? What's the energy today, collective situation? All right, so the 4 of Swords with the Ace of Swords for the situation for today. This is really interesting. So we're in communication space here. We are in thoughts, ideas, communication. This is knowledge. But generally we're dealing with air as an element, and we're dealing with the mind, right? So the situation has to do with the mind, thinking, speaking, communication, etc. So the 4 of Swords is really speaking to rest, recovery, time out, step back. And the Ace of Swords is a victorious cutting through the BS, right? So it's almost like taking time around coming to a decision, or the time has come to make a decision. Maybe you need to get out of this 4 of Swords energy. But certainly if you need to make a decision today, or you're expecting something, someone to make up their mind, or for you to pick a side. It's so funny, when I was shuffling, I was feeling really, not the words so much, but like this sort of teetering, like a teeter-totter, like a this or that. So maybe making a choice today could be part of the energy. But the Ace of Swords is a victory. It does mean a cutting off of something else, though. It's, sharp energy. It's a sword. It's also the sword of truth, right? And it's the sword of knowledge. So there is a great, perhaps, say, awakening available that's here, mentally speaking, that there's a hold up to, or that we need to come out of slumber about. Let's see what the thoughts are about the situation. Thoughts. It's also an ace, so it's a new beginning. All the aces are a new beginning. It could even be an offer. So a new beginning here, waiting for it. I wouldn't even say expecting it, just waiting. There's a hold up. What are the thoughts? The situation, collective thoughts. All right, and I wanted to mention as well with the Ace of Swords that there is a sense of victory, if I already didn't say that. All right, so the thoughts. So we are in our feelings about the thoughts, about the situation. And for the purposes of this reading, the situation today will be the 4 of Swords and the Ace of Swords. So no swords energy in your thoughts, right? The situation is about communication, coming to terms with something possibly here. In the thoughts about the situation, you're expecting disappointment, right? That's what we look here. We see 2 cards of victory with the Ace of Swords and the 6 of Wands here. Speaks to a sense of victory, being put in the spotlight, being comfortable there, putting yourself there and being applauded. But there's, generally speaking, thinking about the situation here is the 5 of Cups. So the 6, that victory, that being put on a pedestal, celebration, accolades. etc., right? For something you've done, with the looking directly at the Five of Cups, no less. So there's this thought process. You could be expecting the worst here. You could be expecting something to come back around as well, because with the Five of Cups, fives are always about change. But the Five of Cups especially looks at an older sorrow, right? So this is sorrow, this is disappointment, but for something from the past, and it could be around something that was happy. We see the Three of Cups have fallen, that's the celebration. But the Two of Cups remains. You do have someone on your side, or there is hope here. But it is definitely something having to do with the past, right? Because even with the Six of Cups that follows the Five, in order in the tarot, would be that sense of nostalgia. So definitely something from the past. You're waiting for something from the past to come around, and a celebration or victory about it in terms of your thoughts. All right, what are collective feelings? Collective feelings. Five is disappointment as well, if I already didn't say that. You could just be expecting, you're waiting on disappointing news. Let's get into feelings. What are collective feelings? All right. So this is something in the feeling space, right? This is a lot of warm, mature, sensual comfort in just a few terms. So this is a king. We're dealing with Taurus energy. We're dealing with the throat, the neck, your singing voice. This is about investments, banking institutions, values, value systems, valuables. Includes your body. Anytime we see pentacles, it's always the, 3D, five senses, right? So this is a card of pleasure as well. So this is ruled by Venus, and Venus is about beauty. So in the feelings about this is beauty. It could just be a long, pentacle energy, especially with our dealing with court cards here. This is just slow energy. This could be a person in your environment. You could be dealing with a Taurus. You could be dealing with a male earth sign. And it just, something feels like it could be taking forever here. Or it feels like it's going to affect those areas of your life. Second house as well. So again, that's valuables, possessions, ownership. Yeah, let's see what the most probable outcome is for this situation. It's the most probable outcome for this situation, collective. Nice. Oh, this is nice. So with the Nine of Cups here for the most probable outcome, this is self-satisfaction. And you can even see he's sitting pretty comfortably. He looks like he's been partying maybe or celebrating. So this is especially nice to see here, guys, because the Six of Wands is here in the thoughts. You want this victory, but you're sort of expecting something. You could be expecting news or having to make a decision. You feel really confident about it, though. You feel like there's something that's stable and secure. Security is a huge matter. I knew there was something else I wanted to say about this, but I had needed to move on. So security is a major issue or theme here in the feelings about the situation. Nine of Cups is a gorgeous outcome. Most probable outcome, this is a wish card, right? It's like having your heart's desire. It's a wish fulfillment. Let's look at the bottom three. Wow. And then, okay, we could be dealing with a couple, an earth sign couple. So let's look at bottom and top of the deck here in a moment, but we will look at the outside and inside influence, or internal or unknown, unseen influence. So external influence to the reading for the day is the Four of Cups. So here we have this, we have the 5 here. So again, this is speaking about you could be influenced here. There could have been a boredom or a sense of not paying attention, or having to, I consider the Four of Cups a sense of a missed opportunity here as well. But we have the Temperance, and so here we're starting to look finally at some majors. So we have 2 majors here in the outside influence. So something is definitely being guided here. This is all mutable, I feel very strongly. Things could change by the end of the day really quickly here because of this, external energy being the Temperance and then the Hierophant. So more Taurus energy. We have Sagittarius energy here. More Cups energy, which is nice. So just needing to pay attention to an opportunity here. Divine timing could play a big, big role. And leveling up. You're being asked to pass a major test. Marriage is also indicated with the Hierophant. We're looking at another 5 as well. So big change. Initiation is another major theme to the Hierophant. You could be dealing with churches and institutions here as well. Sorry guys, I don't know what's happening to my voice. And then internal influence, or, behind the scenes influence here, we have the Page of Cups, 6 of Swords, and the Ace of Wands. All right, so if any part of this is a love reading for you, we're now dealing with 2 aces, and someone's definitely got the hots for you. They want to make an offer, like they're willing to travel to see you here, or you are, or they are. Let's look at 2 aces super quickly. I just want to see, I think it means new workplace or home, but I just want to be super clear. I'll look that up in a second. Page of Cups. So yeah, hearing about something, fantasizing would be another way to put this, like an early sense of manifestation here that could be in the fantasy stage. But, dreaming, fantasizing here about a new beginning. The Wands is generally speaking phallic energy anyway, but especially, regardless, this is a new start. Like this is, action. This is masculine male energy. So this would be someone who could be traveling or coming to terms with here with the 6 of Swords is moving on to calmer waters. And again, in your mental space. So mentally, you could just be, or the person around you, right? Or your environment could just be about being able to move on to a calmer state of mind. Maybe because you will have something answered or figured out, and it will be positive. Here is our couple. So we have the Queen of Pentacles here. So again, you could be dealing with an earth sign couple. That would be any earth sign. There's only 3. And then, so that's the bottom of the deck. So this is overall energy, okay? Or an earth sign female, generally speaking. And then, or someone who's very balanced. Again, some of the major qualities that come with the King, except this is more nurturing, warm, and sensual energy. And then with the 7 of Wands at the top of the deck. So here, right? Here we have the 6 in your thoughts about it, the 7. 7 of Wands really speaks to a sense of defensiveness and defending perhaps even your honor, but where you are essentially. Like you're above somebody here. You could be feeling attacked. You could be having your guard up about perhaps your thoughts about the situation in general. So if you're defending yourself, however, if you're feeling like there's something outside of your control, like I say, we have this in terms of the external energy, we do have certainly forces outside of your control. So, and this is where it's being paired with the, you know, the disappointment or the paying attention, or just, you know, when is this coming in? It could just be about, you know, just feeling like you're waiting on something. So we have 2 4s here as well. So there is something that could feel like a little bit of a waiting game. We have 2 6s here as well. So something could be very positive in terms of a new workplace or home. You may have to wait, or something that you've been waiting on is given official notice, and you're just, you know, alert to that. Right, so with the 7 of Wands, it's just that sense of defensiveness here, right? Defending your position, feeling defensive about how you feel about something, or this arrangement. This is now Capricorn and Taurus energy. So Capricorn is social status, it's your public life, career, business, and you could be coming to the aid of someone in that situation here as well, or vice versa. Someone could be helping you. So wild reading, as always. I really appreciate you being here. I hope that it was helpful to at least somebody out there. Thanks, as always, for joining me, Collective. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.